Well, the Mets seem to be relaxed, right? Nice little game of pool for the game starts, trying to get in a little zen mode. And they try to even up this best-of-7 NLCS in 2 games apiece. But Mookie Betts and the Dodgers have had their way. They've got 2 shutouts in this 3-game series. The offense doing their part, and they're in command heading into Game 4 here tonight. That's this NLCS pregame show on FS1, presented by Geico. That's right, it's Game 4 from Citi Field on a windy and chilly evening. Feels like baseball.
Feels like the Dominican, Kevin.
No, it does not. Here in fall. It's New York in the fall. Temperatures in the low 50s. Wind gusts up to 18 miles an hour. And we've got October baseball. Fans out on the Shea Bridge are packing the place, getting their pregame food, watching us, and getting ready for their Metsies to take on the Dodgers. And we say welcome on in. That's right. Good to see you as always with my guys, Derek Jeter, David Ortiz, Alex Rodriguez, and I'm Kevin Burkhardt. What'd you see from pregame? We had a little visitor?
We have some set crashers here today. Take a look.
Oh.
What's going on here?
Mr. and Mrs. Met. A warm welcome.
This is crazy.
Look at the joy of Kevin Burkhardt coming back home, baby.
Look at that, Mr. and Mrs. Met here. I mean, you gotta love it, right? They
were awesome.
Poppy, you got a big hug, I noticed.
Oh yeah. I was trying to hang out with Mrs., but Mr. got mad.
Story of his life.
You know it.
I don't even know if I can read after that. Let's try.
Where do we go from there,
Mr. Met, Matt, and Poppy. Okay, Dodgers, they're peaking at the right time, right? In case you missed this series so far, here's what we've got. LA's offense has showed up and wins this postseason in a big way. They scored nearly 7 runs a game. Pitching has matched the bats, though, too. They allowed 5 total runs in their 5 wins. Tossed shutouts in 4 of the last 5 games, becoming just the 3rd team in postseason history to accomplish that. And it really hasn't just been one guy either in this Dodgers lineup, right? The team has 7 different players with multiple hits in the first 3 games. 8 different Dodgers have reached base 4 times or more in this series so far. So it has been everyone contributing in this first 3 games, up 2 games to 1. And Poppy, I'm curious, when you're looking at what they've done, what's impressed you the most from LA?
I'll tell you what, Kevin, I'm expecting more from the Dodgers. I don't think they have hit their peak yet. When you have an MVP out of the lineup by this time of the year and you get away with, that means your lineup is very deep. I mean, think about this. Playoff, Yankees against us. Jeter is not playing. A-Rod is not playing. Papi is not playing. Everybody will freak out. They got away with Freddie Freeman not playing tonight. That means they have a crazy, incredible lineup.
Yeah, I think, they're deep, they're experienced, and they're balanced. I mean, if you think about it, the 3 MVPs, Ohtani, Betts, and Freddie, really haven't had a standout series or carried the team up until this point. Teoscar hasn't gotten a hit. He's 0 for 11. Yet they're still up 2 games to 1. It just shows you how scary they can be if everyone's clicking. But the reason why they're up 2-1 because they're getting contributions from everyone.
They're simply the best offense in the sport. And I've called them bullies for a reason. They hit home runs and they walk. And the combination of power and discipline is lethal. You get past the 3 MVPs, Captain, that you mentioned, and then here comes Kike with a bomb. But Max Muncy, and I love the Jason Giambi comp because he's exactly that. Yesterday, Kevin, he saw 23 pitches. He did not swing at 1 pitch outside the strike zone. 2 for 2, 3 walks, a single, and a bomb that still has not landed.
Well, you think about it, early in the year, the Dodgers' bottom of the order, it was always questioned, wow, they need someone else in the order. Now they're not even relying on the top of the order anymore. That's a pretty good sign for them, I think.
Yeah, and look, we talked about Will Smith in the postgame last night. He's been struggling a little bit, had a 9-pitch at bat, did not strike out, put the ball in play like a gritty hitter, and that's a winning at bat. That's what makes him so tough.
Yeah, don't get it twisted, though. If they're going to get past the Mets and win a championship, they're going to need the top of the lineup to do something as well.
And Kike, towards the end of the lineup, doing those damage, that is out of control right there.
Yeah, you said Freddie Freeman's out of the lineup with that ankle again. Kike Hernandez at 3rd base tonight. Max Muncy moves over to 1st. Pages in center field. That's the difference in the Dodgers lineup tonight. Facing this guy, Jose Quintana, has been stellar this postseason and really for 2 months. Why Yoshinobu Yamamoto dominant Game 5 against the Padres. That's the pitching matchup. Who's got the edge tonight? We'll discuss as we return. And then there's Max Muncy. Has reached base in 8 straight plate appearances. 2 shy of the single playoff record held by Billy Billy Hatcher and our guy, Big Papi. And after home runs, Mets players pose with an "Oh my God" sign. Have you seen it? It's a nod to the Billboard chart-topping Latin song by Candelita, also known as Mets second baseman Jose Iglesias.
My dog!
Well, you know, our props department went out of their way, Papi, for you, and we got this pizza made last Wednesday.
It still look good.
It's
but
frozen.
I know where this guy pizza eating habit come from.
Well,
From being in New York.
I've changed my eating habits, David. So
From last night?
once a month.
He had one yesterday.
Once a month.
You have
It's
one
like
every
a
day.
pizzeria.
Once a month. Once a month. Only in New York.
None within 6 hours. Derek's new pizza eating time. Yoshinobu Yamamoto allowed 5 earned runs in his first playoff start, but made up for it. 5 scoreless, delicious frames in the deciding game of the NLDS. While Jose Quintana is yet to allow earned runs through his first 2 playoff starts, struck out 11 in 11 innings. He has been just sensational, and so it's a good pitching matchup here tonight. Let's start here with Yamamoto. A lot to discuss with these pitchers, right? They gave him all the money, over $300 million to get here. He was out for a long time with the shoulder. Last time out was pretty good, though.
It was really good, and he's looking to build on that, Kevin. I'm really interested to see, fellas, how he reacts to this cold weather and especially the wind. But look, he's one of the most unique pitchers in the game. In between starts, he throws a javelin, right, which is very unique. Then he long tosses, and then he throws his bullpen. But to me, the most important pitch for him is the curveball, because it sets up the fastball up in the zone and also the split. But he's the opposite of Pedro, Papi, and where he has some of the smallest hands in the game. And with this wind chill, I want to see how he can grip that.
How do you know that?
Hey, got some information. How he reacts
Sources.
and digs into that forkball tonight.
Hey, hold on. Back to the javelin.
Or the small
So
hands.
is he just at Elysian Park just throwing javelins? Like,
No, he does it at Dodger Stadium. Oh, here it is.
oh, my
There it
gosh.
is.
Oh my God! Look at the size of his hands.
This
This is a family show, guys.
Is he going to the Olympics?
in 10 years, that might be your best report, Alex.
That is good reporting.
That was
Ken
unbelievable.
Rosenthal, baby, I'm coming for you.
Try to follow that up.
Oh, what are we talking about? So, well, let's talk about the edge for the Dodgers. All right, when you start talking about Quintana, after speaking with my scouts that I have, he throws the least amount of pitches in the strike zone of any left-handed pitcher in the game, but at the same time, he gets the highest chase rate. He likes to nibble. He doesn't like to throw any pitches over the plate. So the Dodgers are built with hitters who have elite discipline, and the key for them is to not chase those pitches, get ahead in the count, and force them into the strike zone. If they do that, they're going to have a problem.
I like the job that Yamamoto did his last outing. He went more for the finesse than power. He was keeping batter off of balance more likely. That's why he had 5 really good, outstanding innings his last outing, and I'm expecting more tonight.
You know, Derek, going back to Quintana, one of the things, there's a difference between wild, like Senga was the first, where he was all over the place, is not tempting for the hitters. Quintana is effectively wild, and what I mean by that is he takes a 17-inch plate and turns it into 19 or 20. So it's super hard to be disciplined. Dodgers the perfect team because they are the most disciplined
He
opposite team.
teases you. He teases you
Exactly.
the entire game.
Exactly.
He teases you.
Yeah, he's been doing a great job against this patient offense. We'll see who wins out. It should be a fun pitching matchup, no doubt about that. We also know this. Max Muncy been on an absolute tear for the Dodgers, right? Reached base in 8 straight plate appearances. We'll hear from him when we come back to the show. He's been pivotal for L.A. There is Jose Quintana. He has just been excellent, really, for the last couple of months. 2 postseason starts, no runs allowed. He's also got a 2.43 postseason ERA in 7 games in his career. Meanwhile, Yamamoto comes on over. He helped the Dodgers get to this round. Mets quartered him 2 in the offseason. What does he have for them tonight? About to find out. Francisco Lindor left the bases loaded last night. Mets left on 8. They had some chances, didn't capitalize. See what he can do tonight. Mets trying to even this series up against the Dodgers here at home. Meanwhile, on this date in history, 1989, the Loma Prieta earthquake rattled the Bay Area, postponing Game 3 of the Giants-A's World Series. The damage a candlestick was minimal, though the scene obviously surreal on a night that sports took a backstage to tragedy. Also, 25 years ago today, the Mets on the verge of elimination. Game 5 of the NLCS, tied at 3, bases loaded. Robin Ventura, the walk-off grand slam in the 15th or so it seemed, but he was mobbed by his teammates before he could get to second, and so it was. The grand slam single was born, and the Mets win the game 4-3 on this stage. Hey, Mets fans have been through thick and thin when it comes to rallying behind their team, and no one knows that better than lifelong Mets fan and Emmy Award-winning actor Hank Azaria. And tonight, he's brought along a surprise guest to help fire up the crowd.
Hi, I'm Hank Azaria, better known as Motor Bartender. I'm a lifetime Mets fan, that's right. It is a real thrill to be on Fox in October. Hey, forget the Dodgers. That Fox Sports Desk, that's the real powerhouse lineup. You got Poppy, Jeter, A-Rod. Are you kidding me? That's a combined 9 World Series rings and 1 full head of hair. Hey, speaking of hair, let's not forget about our favorite used car salesman, Kevin Burkhardt.
Put the power of Pineville Cadillac to work for you on Route 37 East, Toms River.
Hey, big-time announcer now, eh, Kevin? But never forget your roots. The Mets, they'll always be your partiers. I am, as you would expect from a Mets fan, an eternal pessimist, except, against my better judgment, this team has me excited. We got all the ingredients that historically make for a winning team. Big-time hitters, a polar bear, a Latin pop star, Grimace.
They still believe, and why wouldn't they?
OMG, Moneyball, eat your heart out. Now, I know what you're thinking. Mo, is this really enough to get the Mets, to the World Series? Well, the answer's yes. I am not ashamed to say it. I am putting my emotional well-being in the superstition-fueled hands of a purple monster. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Let's go, Mets!
Don't forget your root, Kevin.
Used car salesman, that's me. You should refer to me as that. I feel good. We've been made fun of by Mo the bartender. Now I feel like we can Hank's great. He's always here rooting out his Mets. Hank, that was awesome. We appreciate it. Hey, Max Muncy, he's been awesome too. His 13th postseason home run last night, tying Corey Seager and Justin Turner for the franchise record. And he spoke with our Ken Rosenthal a little bit ago.
Thanks, Kevin. Max, you were on base 5 times last night, hit your 2nd homer of the series, didn't chase a single pitch out of the zone the entire game. What is the difference you feel at the plate when you're recognizing pitches that well?
Just able to slow things down. You know, I've said it before, I sometimes have a tendency to try to do too much in the box, and when I do that, things speed up on me, and I'm not seeing it as well, and so being able to just slow everything down in the box, slow my mechanics down, keep my swing short and simple, just allows me to see the ball much deeper and recognize it that much better.
Shohei Ohtani, you guys are all major leaguers. You're the best of the best. But when he hits a ball the way he did last night, what is your reaction?
I don't know how many times I've seen it this year, but every single time it's in the same reaction. It's just wow. He can really put a charge into one. He's absolute unicorn of a baseball player. He hits it harder than anybody, throws it harder than anybody, runs faster than anybody. It's it's absolutely crazy what he's able to do on a baseball field.
Max, thanks. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Kevin, back to you.
You know, he's such an, and Ken and Max, thanks, Derek, he's such an interesting player because his eye is tremendous and he's happy to draw a walk, but he's got just as big power as anyone in the lineup.
Yeah, I tell you what, he's another guy that gets overlooked because of the trio at the top of the lineup, but he's a constant. He's always there. He's been successful in the past, and you expect him to continue doing what he has done. I mean, he's got a great eye at the plate. He finds his way on base, and he's just a big part of this team.
The reason why I compare him with Jason Jambi is because how he stands and how quiet he is. And when you are that quiet at the plate, Kevin, you will not be allowed to chase bad pitches because you just locked in on a baseball.
And you know, he's a throwback, Kevin. He's a guy that he's not trying to be everybody's best friend. All he cares about is having good at-bats and winning, and he brings a lot of toughness and grit to the LA Dodgers.
First time in history, Mo the bartender has tossed to a piece on Max Muncy. So we made TV history tonight, and we can't wait to bring this game to you tonight. This Game 4 comes your way with Quintana, Jose Quintana on the Mets. He's been just sensational. Last 8 starts, he's allowed 3 runs combined in 8 starts. And Yoshinobu Yamamoto, excellent in his last start against San Diego. What does he bring to the table here tonight? It's Game 4, the NLCS, coming up next.